What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I am Captain Charisma 1989. If some of you might already know me. If you've been to the Tennessee Valley Wrestling Crew channel, you know me as Fatback. Those of you who do know me know the Tennessee Valley Wrestling Crew is not dead. No, we're not fighting with each other. Our camera's broken, so we're just kind of taking a break from filming. We broke our camera filming our No Mercy review, which I don't know if you saw it. The camera was already broken then. There was no sound. Don't worry, not many other people saw it either. So we will return shortly since the camera's fixed in tip-top form, back in the same group, lovable atmosphere that you love us, being crazy. Possibly a Malin's Own Christmas episode coming sometime soon. We don't really know. For right now, we're all kind of doing our own thing, filming our own videos on our own channel. So, today, I'm starting it. I'm going to talk about the 800th episode of Raw last night. And I'm going to do this as a video response to Spinnernet. He talked about it for a little bit. He did a little brief video on it. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail of it. That's why this is going to be a video response to it. Because I'm Spinnernet. He knows us. You know, he probably won't get mad about this. So, okay. 800th episode. It started off really, really good. I liked the opening where they were talking, like showing all the old stuff from Raw. That was really good. In my opinion, it was one of the better episodes of Raw. It's probably the best episode Raw's had in a really long time last night. Some of the big things that happened, let's start with Mike Adamle. He resigned last night as general manager of Raw. We don't really know if he was going to get fired or not. Orton, as you know, Orton had thrown down the gauntlet saying either fire Adamle or I'll leave. Well, we pretty much knew Orton was going to go. We just didn't know how Shane was going to handle it, so instead of waiting to see if he was going to get fired, Mike Adamle came out and resigned as general manager. And what made it kind of got under my skin a little bit is the crowd cheered. I mean, I know no one really likes Mike Adamle, but for what he did in the role he was put in, he actually did a pretty good job, I thought. He was actually a pretty good general manager for the position he was put in. It was actually not that bad. It could have been a lot worse. It kind of looked at one point last night, you see JBL was kind of talking to Shane. I didn't really hear what was going on, but it kind of looked like maybe JBL wanted to be the general manager of Raw. No, if he becomes general manager of Raw, I will not watch WWE anymore. I'm sorry. Let's see. Charlie Haas's imitation. Every week Charlie Haas comes out and imitates somebody different, and every week is funny. He's done Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Glamour Haas, Beth Phoenix, the Great Charlie. He imitated Mr. Perfect. He's just Charles Haas Layfield imitating JBL. Last night he did one that I was telling my friend. I was telling the guys, like, guys, I have a feeling that one night he's going to come out and do this guy, and he did. Brett the Hitman Haas. That was amazing. I loved it. It was hilarious. I really am loving what they're doing with Charlie Haas right now. I'm glad he's found him a gimmick that works for him, and I hope he sticks around for a little while. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, the Miz and Morrison and DX thing. Man, that was DX when they came out there. That was classic. All the stuff they were doing about Miz and Morrison. Man, that reminded me of the Attitude Era, just because they were making all sorts of homosexual jokes and all these other things about Miz, putting old high school pictures of him up there. Man, they were just tearing them up, man. They were owning them, and there was nothing Miz and Morrison could do about it. Man, it was just so funny. I just laughed. That was classic comedy, classic DX last night. The match was actually a pretty good match. Of course, DX won, duh. I mean, really. But I think Miz and Morrison actually proved a little something in that match. They let them. It wasn't a squash. So, that was a very, very good, entertaining match. Let's see. What else happened last night? Oh, yes. There was a battle royal to determine the Intercontinental Championship number one contender for Santino's title. And something interesting. The match went on. It was a pretty good little battle royal. One thing that was interesting you saw DiBiase Jr. eliminate Pootie Dust, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes, and Manu from the ring, out of the Battle Royal, which made you think, maybe DiBiase's finally seeing the light and going to leave those two alone and be on his own, because he's the best out of the three, in my opinion, and in many others' opinions, I'm sure. But he did, as far as I know, I don't know if that's what they're setting up for or not. It looked like he was going to win, but then we kind of forgot Regal was just on the outside. He didn't get eliminated, and William Regal won the Battle Royal. Why would you let William Regal win the Battle Royal and become a number one contender for the Intercontinental title? I'm not really seeing why they did that. William Regal is way past his prime. He's getting on up there. He's getting the belly on him like I've got. It's just not working very well. I'm not really seeing why you're pushing William Regal in this sense. It just doesn't really make sense to me. It would make sense, you want the Intercontinental title. It used to be very prestigious. some people that held it were considered the best wrestler in the company at the time. Why? I mean, it's cool to have Santino and he can talk like, there's nobody's business. But I was hoping maybe they'd let DiBiase win it and hold it and maybe give it that prestige. But I guess not. So I guess we're going to see. At least it's not on pay-per-view. It's going to be on Raw, thank God. If William Regal versus Santino Marella would have been at Survivor Series, I would have been very upset. I would have been like, why is that on the pay-per-view? Another big announcement last night. Shane announced that John Cena returns at Survivor Series. Yay! Now as he's returning, surprise, he gets the first shot at the World Heavyweight Champion. Who I'll get to in a few minutes who that is now, for those of you that don't know. So, let me get this straight. Last year, John Cena returns miraculously at the Royal Rumble and wins the Royal Rumble match this past January. And now he's going to come back from his injury again at Survivor Series. And he's the number one contender for the World Heavyweight title. Why? I don't get that. Then again, I didn't get why you took the title off Punk, even though he wasn't over. That's because WWE did not use Punk right, and they don't use CM Punk right. I mean, I really don't get it. I don't get why John Cena's there. Maybe they're setting up for like something cool towards the end of the year between Cena and Orton or something. I really don't know. But as of right now, I don't like that John Cena's in the main event. I have missed him being around. I mean, he's a good main event star to put in there. But his first match back should not be for the title. Even Triple H's first match back wasn't for the title when he gets injured every time, okay? No, bad idea. But on to the main event of the evening. It was Jericho and Batista steel cage for the title. For those of you that don't know yet, spoiler, Chris Jericho wins. Very happy about that. I did not like that they took the belt off of Jericho. I like seeing Chris Jericho as champion. I like what they're doing with him right now. I'm glad it's going to be Jericho and Cena and not Batista and Cena. We've seen Batista and Cena already. That was actually a pretty good match, but I don't know if they'd be able to duplicate it. But the way it ended, looked like Batista was going to Batista bomb Jericho off the top of the cage. Jericho gets like a steel ring. Boom. Bloodies Batista. Jericho tries to escape. Batista's got a hold of him. Jericho kicks him in the knee, which he had previously injured in the match, and falls down and wins the title. It was a very interesting way it was a very weird way, awkward way to close off the match, but it was still very, very good. But overall, last night's Raw was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. So that's pretty much all I've got for this video. So go ahead and give me some comments. Give me your thoughts on what you thought of last night's Raw and what you think of John Cena's first match back being the title, getting a shot at the title. So that's all I really got this week. So we'll see you guys later. Peace.
What I might become